For years, the small town of Ravenwood had been plagued by a series of gruesome murders. Women were disappearing without a trace, and their bodies were found weeks later, butchered beyond recognition. Despite the best efforts of the police, the killer was never caught. People began to whisper that it was a ghost, or even a demon, responsible for the killings. But one day, a young woman named Emily came to town. She was a reporter, and she had heard about the killings. She was determined to solve the case, no matter what it took. Emily spent weeks investigating, talking to locals and piecing together clues. And finally, she found a suspect, a local butcher named Samuel. Samuel was a quiet man, always polite to his customers. But Emily had heard rumors that he was a loner, and that he had a dark side. She confronted him in his shop one afternoon, asking him about the murders. At first, he denied everything, but then he broke down and confessed. Samuel had always been obsessed with the female form. He loved the curves and contours of the human body, and he had been driven to kill by his desire to possess it. Emily was horrified by what she heard, but she was also intrigued. She asked Samuel to show her his work, and he reluctantly agreed. He took her to a room in the back of the shop, where she saw the most gruesome sight she had ever seen. There were human bodies hanging from the ceiling, their flesh stripped away and their bones exposed. Samuel explained that he had a method to his madness. He had studied anatomy, and he knew how to cut the bodies in a way that would preserve the muscles and organs. Emily was sickened by what she saw, but she couldn't tear her eyes away. And then, suddenly, Samuel lunged at her with a knife. She screamed and ran, her heart pounding in her chest. She managed to escape, but she knew that Samuel would never stop trying to kill her. In the end, it was the police who caught Samuel. He had fled to the woods, where he was found wandering, covered in blood. Emily wrote a book about the case, but she was never able to forget what she had seen. The image of those butchered bodies haunted her for the rest of her life.